Hello, fellow gardeners. Well, you can see today we're not in the garden. We're over here in Gainesville, Texas at Glen, Polk Autoplex. The reason we're over here, we're picking up another truck to use. One of our crews that was out putting up greenhouses in Tulsa was coming in about 3 weeks ago, and it was on a 4-lane with 2 center lane turns, makes it a 6-lane. And this boy went to sleep and come across these 6 lanes and hit our truck right on the front corner. If it had been any closer, a little further over, it would have been a head-on and probably killed my boys. But anyway, it hit here and sheared both axles out from under the truck. So it's a total loss, so we're having to buy another truck, and this is where we come to when we buy trucks at Glen, Polk Autoplex. Now we're going to give you a number you can call and tell you why here in a minute. The reason I come here is because I've tried all over to get a deal, and this is where I get the best deals. Now, I've been buying trucks here since 2012. We still have that truck on hand. It hasn't been wrecked yet, but we wrecked the 2015 the other day is one we wrecked. But this makes 7 or 8 since 12 that we've bought. We have bought 5 in the last 3 years. Anyway, we think this is the best place to go buy a truck, and we're going to let Gus tell you what all kind of cars and trucks they sell, and you can call his number and work with him on this. And now they're going to give you the Leon discount if you tell them about that, and they're also going to give us $100 to put into our scholarship fund to help with these kiddos, you know, on this this gardening contest we got going on, and plus the kids that go to scholarship to the college. So they're going to help us this way also. So y'all help us out by buying some of these trucks and cars. I know some of you can't come this far, but a lot of you can. Come off down here and see us, and then come see them. They're just about, I'd say 35 miles from where we're at in Kingston, Oklahoma. They're just right across the Red River into Texas at Gainesville, Oklahoma. So anyway, I'm going to let Gus talk to you and give you his telephone number and everything. Gus, get right after it.
Well, Leon came in to me saying that he just got in a bad wreck with one of his boys out there, so we had to hook him up with another flatbed, which that wasn't a problem because we'll sell commercial vehicles, regular private-owned vehicles, and we have all American brands. Ford, Dodge, Chevy, Fiat, Ram, anything you can think of that's American brand, we can sell it to you. And Leon came up here just because it's Leon. He's world famous with the Leon YouTube channel. So we got to cut him a good deal, and anybody else that comes up here and mentions his name, we can give him a hell of a deal too, just like Leon. And my number to give me a call to see if we can work something up for you is 940-372-7204.
Okay, Gus, thank you. Now, repeat that one more time, because I'm kind of old and I have to go slow before I get your number. Tell us again.
It's 940-372-7204. You can call me anytime in business hours.
All right, give Gus a call. Okay, we've came back home now from over Glen Polk's Autoplex, and I thought, well, I'll show you these trucks that I bought to show you that we did buy trucks over there. I've got the mask on this morning just to remind you that when you go out into public, please put your mask on to protect other people. It's not going to protect you so much because it can still get in your eyes off of people that's not wearing masks, but respect other people and wear a mask out in the public and protect them. But anyway, the reason I even mentioned about this truck deal, you know, I guess most dealerships are pretty honest. I've had some bad experience in the past. I was driving Chevrolets up in the from the in the 60s, plumb up into the 90s, and they come out with a new diesel in 90 something, and I ordered 2 of them, brought them home, hooked them onto my trailers, and they wouldn't even pull my empty trailers. They're 32 foot long, and I go to Dallas and pick up produce in them and all, and they wouldn't even pull them to Dallas empty in a south breeze. And so I brought them home and took them back to the Chevrolet dealer. I bought them off of him, and he wouldn't do anything about it. So I had to get another Chevrolet dealer to help me get rid of them. They had to be sold to somebody that didn't pull a big trailer like I did. So then I went with Ford, and Ford diesel, and I liked it pretty well, but after the warranty run out, it had some little problem with it or something, and I took it over to them, hauled it over to them, and they kept it about 3 days, and they charged me $1,000 labor and a $10 part. And when I picked it up, I paid for it, and I asked them what that part looked like, and they said they didn't have one to show me. They didn't know. They'd already thrown it away or something, so they couldn't show me what it looked like. I didn't like that, so I went to the Dodge dealer, and that's where I bought a Dodge, an 09 Dodge. And when they sold it to me, I won't mention what dealership it was because I don't want to do that. If you can't say anything good about somebody, don't say anything. It's what I've always been taught. So I won't say where it come from, but it come from a Dodge dealer that they advertise lifetime oil changes. And I bought it. I took it back for an oil change, and they charged me $110 for the oil change. And I said, I thought it was supposed to be free for the life of this truck. And they said, oh no, said that don't apply. So anyway, and I just say I hadn't been back to that dealership. So I had to buy another truck. That was in 09. I had to buy another truck in 12, and that's this truck right here. And that's when I went to Glen, Polk. I was so aggravated that I couldn't get service like I wanted. And maybe I expect too much, I don't know, but I expect people to honor their word, and I expect me to honor my word when I sell you something the same way. This is a 12 that I went over at Glen Polk's and bought off of Mr. Glen, the dad, and I've had it ever since. Then we're going and walk a little further along and tell you about that. Now he's got all kinds, used, new ones, and all over. I'm not trying to get you to go buy one. It's just unless you just need one or something, they're ready for one, then you might check him out against your dealership. And maybe some of you live so far away you can't come buy one. That's okay, but I would just let you know that there is a dealership here around here right in northern Texas that you can get a decent deal off of. Or I think you can. It may be just my opinion. This is the truck we bought back in January when Judy and I were almost killed in that wreck in our car. Instead of buying a car, we bought a truck because we decided we'd going to, move around in a camper and have some meet and greets in these other states. That's what some of our YouTube video or followers was wanting to do, and so we bought this to pull a camper with, and then the COVID came on, and so we're still stuck at home, but that's all right. We're still planning on, if we can ever get over this COVID, that we will travel around and call some of you. I'm keeping a telephone directory pretty good that's got some in all states that I can call and we can meet up, and it may never happen. This COVID may have us shut down the rest of our life, I don't know. But anyway, this is the one we bought back in January, and this is the one that we bought yesterday to replace the one that the boys had a wreck in about a month ago. And it's a miracle they didn't get killed, because the truck that hit them come across 6 lanes of traffic and hit them right on this corner right in front of this wheel, and it sheared that wheel off and sheared them wheels back there off. If it had been over just 2 more feet and hit it head on, I'm sure all 3 of the people would have been killed, but I just thank the Lord that they all come out safe. So anyway, we bought this one to replace that one that they got wrecked, and I'm going to show it to you here in a little bit. And we'd bought it in about a year ago. We upgraded and bought one of 2015. And that's the one that got wrecked. So this is the one we picked up a month ago, and this is the one we picked up yesterday. We've been buying 1-tons, dualies with extended cab to haul the crew in, and he bought 50 back off of a company that this COVID has kind of caused them to go bankrupt or something, or in trouble or something. But anyway, he bought 50 trucks back off of them, and I bought one of them, and that's what we picked up yesterday. Now, it's a 3/4 ton. It's a 2500 instead of a 3500. But anyway, just wanted you to know that we were buying trucks. I wasn't just go over there trying to sell trucks for them. They are going to give us $100 every time you buy something off of them for our scholarship fund. But that's the only thing it's about. I don't get out and try to advertise for a lot of people unless I really trust them. Okay, we're going to move over here now and show you this other truck that we bought off of them back a year ago, 2015. Okay, we'll come over here now. This is the 2015 we bought a little over a year ago off of them, and this is one that was in the boys was in the wreck with. Here's the rear axle right here with both tires blowed out on it. The other tire on the front here is gone. It broke that axle off too. It's laying back there at the back. So anyway, the insurance is going to pay me a little on this one to pay on the others. I just want you to know that we do use Glen Polk, and they have so far been honest with us. So if you like this video, punch the button, ring the bell, and subscribe, and we'll make another one.